Good morning, friends. I am CA Hanamanthrao or Choudry. Today I am going to discuss about the legal compliance for public speakers and business coaches in India. After lockdowns, we've seen many emerging the area is the public speaking. Many people they are choosing their profession as a business coaches and public speakers. This is very good opportunity, but before that we have to check what is the legal compliance we have to take care, because this is the emerging professions of the business coach and public speaker. So we go in details what the compliance, legal compliance one should take care as a public speaker and business coaches. First, business registration and structures. When you decide when you want to go become a public speaker or a business coach, first you decide the entity, in which entity you want to form, whether you want to go for a proprietary concern, whether we go for a partnership firm, whether we go for a LLP or private limited company. My suggestions for a public speaker and business coach, because you are giving a training to the international level and national level, so that this is my humble suggestion to you. You should always form the private limited company or LLP. That is very important. That is one of the my suggestion for a business coach and public speakers. Then we go to the tax compliance. When you form the company, when you form the structures, then the next step is the taxation compliance. You have to take a GST registrations. Once your turnover is more than 20 lakh rupees, you have to take a GST registrations. And in GST registrations, if you are providing services, for example, if you are registered in the Maharashtra and if you are providing service to the in Karnataka, in that time you have to charge IGST. You have to take the recipient services where he receiving the services. So if he receiving services in Karnataka, you have to charge IGST, not CGST and HGST. This is very important, my dear friends. If you are providing services outside India, you have to get a LUT, letter of undertaking, and you can export your services without payment of any GST. So there is no any need to charge GST in case of export services. Then we go to income tax. Income tax is very important. You can use presumptive taxations if you are individuals. For other private limited company and LLP, this presumptive taxation is not applicable. For individual, this presumptive taxation you can take the benefit. Another provisions is very important, my dear friend. That is the TDS obligations. The TDS applicability, the most of the very important compliance for a business coach and a public speaker. When you make payment to like Facebook and Google, you have to deduct the TDS complex wherever you go for a contractors and your employees salary is more than 12 lakh rupees. If you are having a contractor with any Facebook and advertisement, all these are liable for the TDS. Most of the cases, this is the neglect part. We have to take care. We have to comply the TDS obligation, my dear friends. Then we come to the contract and legal agreements. This is also very neglected part by the business coach and public speaker. Service contract is very important. We are neglecting most of the cases. We have to define the scope, payment, dispute resolutions. You have to do the service contractor wherever is applicable. Another thing is the confidentiality. Confidence is very important. During your process, we are getting the client's information with you, so NDA for client information is also very important. When you are providing the online services, term and conditions and privacy policy is very important, my dear friend. When your customers log in with your portals, there must be a term and condition should be very clear, my dear friend. Most of it is very important. Term and condition should be designed by proper legal consultants, those who are having a good knowledge. We have to select proper the lawyers for designing these terms and conditions and policy required, my dear friends. Then we go to protecting your intellectual properties. My dear friends, most of you are when you started your uh, journey for the business coach and public speakers, you also writing some books and you have created some contents. You also doing some innovations and creativity. For that also we have to need to registrations the copyright for your training content and courses. This is also most of the trainer neglecting. So you have to get registered whatever creating your content and courses, because this is the very fast changing era on social media. They can copy your content, so how to register the copyright for the content and courses. Next, if you are creating any logos, names and taglines you are using, you have to make the trademark. That is also very important, and most of the public speaker and business coach, they are neglecting this part. So you have to register your trademark for your logos, names and taglines. You also register the patent for your any innovative coaching methods and your system, your style. You have to register patent also. Data protection employment laws. Nowadays data protection sector also coming very fast, so you have to understand what is the data protections. You are taking the care, follow the pending personal data protection bill, implement reasonable security practices. This is also very important nowadays in the online era, in the chat gpt era. We have to follow the data protection of the client, data protection of yourself. All sensitive data you have to protect, my dear friends. In case of employment, contract of employee and freelancers, there should be a proper contract between employees and freelancer. Also legal compliance of ESI, PF, PT also you have to get registered. If your employee is more than 10 20%, so you have to get the registration of EPF and ESI. In case of private limited company, at the time of registration itself you are getting the ESI, PF, even PT registrations also getting. You have to take care whether you are following these legal compliance. Liability and insurance needs. Professional indemnity, that is very important nowadays, my dear friend. You always cover claims of your negligence or breach of any contract, because it is very huge amount. You have to get yourself professional indemnity insurance. That is very important. And public liabilities, protect against the event related accidents. If anything got accidents or anything got lost, you have to also cover it, public liabilities. Competitions and anti-money laundering and compliance is also very important. Competitions law avoid price fixing and unfair practices. Due to the competition, you cannot get reduce your prices. This the competitions law also applicable to you, my dear friends. And anti-money laundering and know your customer is also very important. Any anti-money laundering is one of the most highlighted area in this. If someone is if you are going for any investment, if you are invested the persons in your business, you have to take care the sources of the persons who are investing in your business growth, my dear friends. And understanding the KYC is also very important, my dear friends. Today's quote of the day: one small positive thoughts in the morning will change your day. The compliance build trust and credibility for lasting the success. This is very important, my dear friends. As a business coach and public speaker, you have to follow these compliance, these guidelines to make your business more and more successful. Thank you so much. We are come again with some different ideas and different business services. Thank you so much. You share this video more to more your business coach friends. Thank you so much. We'll meet with in another videos. Thank you.